Lesson 5: The Four-Pronged Approach.
One of the most valuable skills is the ability to learn from reading. The most common method is to read from cover to cover. The four-pronged approach is another method. The four-pronged approach to reading takes much less time than reading from cover to cover and will also help you to learn and remember the material. This method takes less time. You need to read only a portion of the material.
The four-pronged approach is a literature-based approach to reading and language learning. This aims to develop the habit of reflecting on what is read and exercising decision-making, making judgment, and valuing. The first prong, preparation. Read to extend your knowledge, not for learning. We learn better if we relate what we read to what we already know, and if we fit what we read into categories that are meaningful to us. Preparation allows us to prepare our minds for new knowledge. First, spend 3 minutes thinking about what you already know about the subject, and then browse through the book or chapter. Psych yourself up. If you personally selected the book you're about to read, you're likely already looking forward to cracking it open. Understand the context, learn something about the author, make a reading schedule, or make a character list.
Browsing is a key reading skill and is an excellent preparation for serious study. It gives you an overview of the material and helps you to prepare your mind, which subconsciously lays down the structure that helps you to learn. When you browse, you let your attention be caught by important details. You can go through the material backward or forward or skipping around. Browsing should feel more like play than working. This will set your subconscious mind to work. You will learn about the organization of the text. You will take its use of diagrams, footnotes, and headings. You will see in the topics covered and get some idea about the style. You will also relate the new information to your previous knowledge. We read to expand our knowledge, so let's prepare our minds. Under preparation, browsing is the key reading skill and is an excellent preparation for serious studies. Browsing gives an overview of the material. It focuses on important details, and we can learn organization of the text and relate the new information to previous knowledge. The second prong, overview. Having briefly browsed the material, concentrate next in obtaining an overview. Read any summaries, look through the headings and the index, read the conclusion, go back through the material, and for each main section, look at any diagrams or tables. By the end of the overview, you will know what the chapter or book is about and have taken in its main message. Often, this is as far as you need to go. If you need to study the material in detail, you may need to carry out a closer reading.
The definition of an overview is a summary or a review. An example of an overview is a quick telling of what a longer story is about. A general review or survey about a brief summary as of a book or a presentation. It plays a key role in conveying information quickly and effectively to the widest possible audience. Depending on the material, the length and complexity of the opening section can vary widely. The third prong, the closer reading. Even for a closer reading, you may not have to read the material word by word, from beginning to end, nor must you reread material you have already read. After the overview, you can decide what you already know and don't need to study and what you do not know and therefore wish to study. Understanding difficult passages. While reading, everyone comes across the parts he does not understand. This may be because the material is inherently difficult or because the message has not been clear. Don't spend hours typing to understand a difficult bit for two reasons. Number one, if you leave the difficulty on one side, your subconscious mind will set to work on it. Number two, what comes after the difficult bit may help you to understand. The fourth prong, review. An early review of what you read and learned is a key step both in organizing the material and remembering it in the long term. 35-minute study periods incorporate this.
Rational or four-pronged approach. Content-based instruction or CBI is a teaching method that emphasizes learning about something rather than learning about language. Thematic approach to teaching. This is a way of teaching and learning whereby different areas of the curriculum are related together and integrated to a central theme. Lafran 2005, the idea of teaching with themes as a means of integrating curriculum can be traced back to the reform of the 1930s. Dewey discussed meaningful learning for young children as their attempt to seek wholes, variety through episode, enlivened with action, and operation inspection of the things separated from the ideas by which they are carried. Piaget 1926 believed that knowledge is built in a slow, continuous construction of skills and understanding that each child brings to each situation as he or she matures. He also emphasized the cognitive growth that takes place when students cooperate and interact with one another.
Vygotsky suggests that social interaction and collaboration were powerful sources of transformation in the child's thinking. In education, it is far more important to teach the child how to think than to communicate various bits of knowledge to him. Piaget asserted that thematic teaching can be defined as the process of integrating and linking multiple elements of a curriculum in an ongoing exploration of many different aspects of a topic or a subject. Constructivism. One of the principles considered in the development of the four-pronged approach argues that humans construct meaning from current knowledge structures, a philosophy of learning based on the idea that the construction of one's understanding of the world we live in is through reflection of one's experiences. Wilson defines reading from the constructivist point of view. Constructivists see reading as a social practice which affects when you read, what you read, where you read, who you read with, and why and how you read.
The continuation of our report in Table 8, Content-Based Instruction, Thematic Approach, Constructivism. In content-based instruction or CBI, this is relating to one subject area to another. Thematic approach allows all learning experiences interrelated to be meaningful to the students. In constructivism, allows learners to be active in the process of constructing and knowledge. In content-based instruction, reading in relation to other subject areas. Thematic approach, different areas in the curriculum are related to the central theme. Constructivism, understanding the world through reflections of one's experiences. Content-based instruction, learning about something rather than learning about the language. Um, the teacher discovering that the students like content-based instruction and excited to learn in English in that way. Thematic approach, teacher's role is to initiate the theme. In constructivism, learners engender their own mental models to generate ideas from experiences. In content-based instruction, development of use-oriented second and foreign language skills. Thematic approach, students will construct their own knowledge. Constructivism, reading is social process. Thank you.